that shabammy bammy.
So last time on Death, Dungeons, and Book Reading Club.
The best book club.
Today in the book club, we read about Dusk, a story about star-crossed lovers.
Physic.
I did not understand a word of that.
2 seconds, I think Damon's dying.
If
Peter dies.
If Damon dies, who's the next DM? I vote to Rhea.
Hell no.
Okay, it's up, Moose. Correct. Moose. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. We had a little bit of an issue. We had to switch streamers real quick. So, those watching this on YouTube or YouTube or on Twitch, there will be a part 1, part 2 going forward with this episode. Okay. So, went down the wrong tube. Sorry.
Sorry, my healing words doesn't like cross the ocean.
Yeah, I know. Okay, move it, ahead. Move it. So you guys are getting, the stuff together. Darnak has just crested over to go get some food. Raina's in the tent. I can't remember. Did you guys finish that conversation or did it cut out?
They were about to start.
We barely started it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and continue with that.
So, how are you holding up?
You hear the roar in the background.
I mean, I'm doing better than that person.
Fair enough.
Not good. Yeah. You can just see she's got like a defeated look on her face about the whole thing.
Hold on a second.
I tell you that I brought you home.
Okay, we'll continue with that in a second.
All right, I'm back.
Okay,
Sorry
never mind.
Sorry about that. My sister came in and you tell me something.
We heard.
Oh, sorry. I was lowering the mic. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just continue.
Okay. She said better than that guy, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, I suppose it's a bit rough. Caravans are always hard, especially for... Well, I guess you guys aren't newcomers, but for a sultan job, it's a bit unfair.
Trust me, the caravan job is the least of my worries at the moment.
Fair enough. I know you got that whole godly tapestry thing you're worried about.
Yeah. No. Before all of this was happening, before, the fugitive thing being out here, I just spent my nights like looking out in a graveyard, enjoying the scenery. It's nice, simple. Didn't have to worry about dying. Didn't have to worry about saving people from said dying. I miss home.
Well, I can't give you home, but how about after this whole caravan, I could take you to the graveyard and oasis. Maybe you'll find some solace there. See a cheeky smile on Raina's face.
That would be nice.
Well, if you ever need anything, you know where to catch me.
You would know, Raina, that the graveyard of the inner oasis is actually quite a sight.
That's why I'm offering it. He's probably one of the few people that might actually admire it.
Yeah, it's actually run by Delphine. She's in charge of the inner oasis graveyard.
Well, you have that to look forward to. A beautiful sight.
You just smile at that and be like, thanks. Don't worry about the woman. I'm pretty sure you can guess who that is.
Sorry, what was that last part?
Oh,
The
don't
who?
worry about them. Oh, you can probably guess who that is.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I would offer to translate that, but it's literally just but in dragon.
No,
More like
it's more.
Arg.
It's more like screaming in pain, agony, and hunger, and wanting to kill us all, but not wanting to kill us all at the same time. Yeah.
That is a heavy mood.
Heavy is the understatement, trust me.
Well,
Yeah,
I can't
that's
really,
defeated look.
I can't really comfort Jacques, but I'll do my best to comfort you.
Thanks.
When we all meet together for dinner, you gonna eat in here, or do you want me to bring you some food?
I'll just have it in here.
All right, I'll bring you some,
Thanks.
of course. Rand's gonna head out and help with any preparations that are needed done.
Okay. Kind of doing a quick time manipulation here. As you guys were having that conversation or starting, as Darnak was leaving the area, Gorthnak looks towards you, Nat. This is kind of for us. If you guys want some food, you might want to go hunt some. As he kind of like gestures towards his shoulder over towards the other tiefling.
I'm sure we have something. That says.
Oh, you don't trust your boy's skill? As a big smile comes across his bullish face.
That does chuckle at that. Yeah, we were given food, pre-prepared.
That wasn't the question.
No. Wait. What was the question? I'm trying to phrase it correctly. But I forgot what he said. No.
Are you? So you're asking as a player? He
Yeah.
said you don't trust your boy's skill, basically.
I trust his skill. That's his.
We'll see about that. Darnak, hold up. You boy. Conrad, you hear from the circle.
Yeah, okay. Conrad says what?
That's like, wait, what?
And he looks back towards you, Nat. How about this? A little friendly wager between groups. Let's see who brings back the biggest game. Darnak is just kind of standing up there on the dune with like his hand kind of on his hip, like, really? Really, Gordak? You're gonna do this again? Oh, you shut up. So what about it, little lady? Which is a giant bull.
Okay.
You hear a sigh come from Darnak.
Well, man, I did not agree to that.
Neither did I. But shut up, you two. You're not in this.
What?
Wait, what?
Nat's gonna look to Connor just with like a subtle shrug, like I don't.
Don't gamble with me, Nat.
I'm not. I'm not gambling you. What are you talking about?
I mean, should be a pretty easy wager. I mean, do you have faith in him or not? Or do you want to switch? I'll take your boy and you can take mine. And Darnak kind of slides down from the dune into the little pit area that you guys are in. He's like, ignore this large one. He has an issue when it comes to gambling. It's best if you just amuse him.
Okay, that sense.
So what's the wager gonna be, little missy?
I'm trying to think of something.
Conrad's like just kind of like heading down, down to the camp now at this point.
Okay.
Did he hear all that, by the way?
Yeah, you're hearing all of this.
Okay. Is there even any prey to find out here? It's the fucking desert.
You see Darnak look over in your direction. He just kind of gives you like a yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that will say, well, I mean, aren't bragging rights enough? Unless you're.
Oh, so you don't have confidence in your boy.
I do have. What? I do have confidence in him.
Well, then it should be easy. How about 20 gold to the winner? Keep it a small bet. You know, be free between friends.
Okay.
So do you
Oh,
want to take your
God.
boy or do you want to take mine?
I'll take mine.
Good. Darnak, go kill something big and bring it back. I'll be back. And he just starts walking out of the hole. Do you follow
So-
him, Conrad?
I guess I gotta go find something to kill.
Do you follow him,
Yeah,
Conrad, out?
Yep.
Okay. As soon as he gets out of the hill, he like looks over his shoulder, sees that you're following, and he just starts like kind of picking up in the pace until like a light jog. But you can tell he waited for you to like crest over the hill before he started.
Hmm.
And you guys continue out for a while. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. Conrad, looking out as you guys are walking out in the distance, you see some type of winged creature flying in the air. Looks like maybe a carrion bird or something.
Carrot, like, what kind of bird is that?
Like a vulture or something, maybe.
Carl, take a shot at it.
Oh, you say, and then you pull out your bow.
Yeah.
Okay. Funny enough, Darnak did not see the animal, but he did see you, and he looks over at you, and then to where you're looking, and he gets his bow out, draws an arrow, and starts running towards it.
Well,
it is about a good 400 to 500 feet away.
Motherfucker, he's out of my range.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl's gonna start going for it.
Okay. You guys both take off, like, running towards the animal. Both bows drawn, ready to go, and you get to about the 350, 325 mark, and you're like, just a little bit closer, and I can start shooting at it. And then you hear coming right next to your ear.
Mm-hmm.
And you look just in time to see an arrow fly past your head
Mm-hmm.
and nail the bird right in the side of its head as it
There you
falls to the ground. And you turn around, and Darnak is a good 25 or more feet further back than you.
Hmm.
And it was weird. The arrow seemed to have like a weird curve to it.
Uh-huh.
And even though his bow is much smaller than you,
Mhm.
the way that arrow traveled, it felt like there was more force behind it. And yeah, the bird goes down. And he's
Oh,
like,
that was
guess that one's mine.
quite the shot.
Thanks. I learned from the best.
So, who'd you learn from then?
You may have met them considering who you work for, but I learned from Raimi up at the palace.
Hang on, let me type that up. Raimi.
R-A-I-M-Y.
R-A-M-I-Y.
R-A-I-M-Y.
Okay.
Like rain, but Reim, and then a Y.
Okay.
And you recognize this name.
Yeah, I was about to say, I probably would have known them. Which of the guys was he?
That's the shifter, female.
Female. Okay.
Not nearly as good as her, as he starts to break off into like a light jog to go over towards the bird.
Oh, well. That is a pretty excellent range as well. I mean, best I can go is 300 feet.
Well, that's because you're not aiming with your mind's eye.
Mind's eye.
Yes. If you only use your eyes to take sight and use only them to aim, you will never reach your full potential. As he walks over to the bird and like picks it up by the arrow, like going through its neck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I gotta find something to. I guess if there's anything around here.
And he kind of looks around. And he continues looking for a while, and then like he kind of starts moving like kind of south of where you guys were. Doesn't say anything, just starts looking on the ground. And as soon as he starts looking on the ground, it's like you can see the the recollection in his face, like, ooh, I got something. And he just takes off in that direction, running
Car
into
follows.
a sprint. You're able to keep up, no problem. And eventually he slides down a dune, and he sees like you see these stones at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it's only fair since you helped spot this. I can at least let you go home not empty-handed. And he gestures towards the center.
Okay. What is it?
Dig them out.
Cars is. So out of character, what is he pointing at?
At the center of like one of these like in between dune areas, you see just like it looks like some stones underneath the sand.
Okay.
They're buried.
Cars gonna pull out his sword and start digging them out.
You might not want to use that, friend.
No.
Just use your hands.
Can I do insight on him?
Sure.
Okay.
And what are you trying to insight?
I want to see if what he's telling me about using my hands is the best way to go about.
I
Picking
mean,
this
he
thing up.
seemed pretty sincere when he stopped you with using your sword, so you assume he's being in the straight and narrow.
All right.
He's like a
Conrad
pretty cool
put.
guy. Something about him, Conrad. You can't tell, but there's just something about him you like.
Conrad puts away his swords and is like, okay, here I go.
Okay. You start, digging, and eventually you see that these stones are 3 rather large stones, almost like a football, a little bit bigger in size.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you know what those are?
Look like stones to me.
Those are basilisk eggs.
Oh shit.
Some basilisks, when they breed and they lay eggs, desert storm will push them off course, and sometimes they leave them buried. Good news is that they keep very long in the sand, so they're probably ripe and ready to eat. So,
Is there any safe way to handle this, or do I just pull it out?
yeah, you just pick them up and let's go back to camp.
All right. Conrad starts picking them up.
Okay. You just pick them up in your hands.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, you got to string your, throw your bow on your back because it is like 3 football sizes of these stone outer like eggs. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to believe that they're basilisk eggs because they look and feel like rocks.
Yeah.
You're just waiting in somewhere in the back of your mind to just be like, okay, where's the joke gonna be?
Can I do a nature check to see that I know that to be true about basilisk?
Sure.
That's
Which
pretty-
part about basilisks?
That their eggs are like this, stones.
Yep. You've heard tale that the basilisk eggs are kind of rock-like.
Okay. Starts heading out, yes.
Okay. After about like 15 or 20 so minutes of you guys just waiting, you eventually see Darnock come over the crest and slide down in the hole, and you see Conrad follow.
Mm-hmm.
Conrad doesn't do it as smoothly. Like Darnock definitely does like a cool like slide down the dune. Conrad is like kind of being gentle. Like, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check, Conrad.
I don't say. Let's see.
See if you can get to the bottom of this hole. Okay. You guys watch him go over the dune, and he's like, "Oh," and like he has all 3 eggs. And oh shit, the sand slipped, and the egg just flies out. And Cletus, you see this like stone that Conrad has, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And he flying through the air, and Conrad just sets both stones down and does like a dive towards it. Grabs the stone, does a little flip and rolls, and ta-da! And just lands with the egg presented in front of him.
Got it. Yes.
You hear a slow. As you look over and see Sin just giving a slow clap, just a apathetic looking, just like, yay.
Good job. You didn't break the thing you brought back.
It's a bachelor's egg, I guess.
Sin's like, ooh, and he walks over, grabs one of the eggs that you buried, and he immediately walks away and sits down with it.
Apparently Sin likes them.
Oh, this is actually a really good alchemical
component.
Yeah, and he's just kind of, he's not listening to what you guys are doing. Like, he's just studying the egg right now.
Conrad's getting the other two now, because I assume that was the one Conrad had in his hand. So
No. He grabbed one of the ones that you buried.
Okay.
You just put down before you tried to catch the other one.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Nas, Conrad, and Darnak is like, how'd it go, you two?
And Darnak lifts up this bird that is significantly larger than the... And
nice.
Gordak looks over at you now. That's my win. As he holds out two of his hands. One in like a shake position, the other one in like a give me the gold position. And the other two arms are crossed.
And that gets out the money and then tries to, like, does it so that she's shaking the hand and giving the money at the same time.
Okay. So go ahead and mark off that 20 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And after he takes it, good. He jingles the coin around his hand, puts it in a pocket. His crossed arms, one of them reaches back and grabs the bird, and he just sets it down, and he just starts picking all the feathers out of it. He's just going to town on it. And Darnak climbs back over onto the hill and just kind of sits there, looking off in the distance.
Well done, Conrad, Nat says.
Darnak actually helped me find my eggs. He's actually a very skilled guy.
Yeah, he is. Broken Tusk doesn't mess with any weaklings.
So, how did you come to... Sorry, I'm reading the Discord right now. I'm kind of distracted.
Tapping into the Discord.
Sorry. So, how did you come to all know each other?
I mean, I got in charge of the Broken Tusk forward force a couple months back, so since then.
Okay.
I know Darnak is from these parts. And grief, well, grief is grief. And you just watch the kind of aged orc just like look towards the group and then just look back down to just him sharpening his sword.
And you said it was part of the leader of the forward force?
The forward force.
Okay. Sorry, cough. Yeah. Interesting. What is the forward force? I'm unfamiliar.
Well, I mean, let's just say anyone who owes people, it's our job to make sure they pay up. If people need crushed because they're causing too much trouble, we're the ones who get sent out. Basically, we're the foot and boot to the underground. And we are only come out when we need to stomp on people's necks.
Ooh.
So, in regards to our task, how's that fit in?
Well, this is kind of an important thing. They wanted to make sure it went through, so who better than to send your best muscle?
Understandable. So,
Plus, I'm not gonna lie, You know, most whelps probably wouldn't be able to survive the desert on their own.
The desert here is definitely fearsome.
You have no idea.
I mean, last time we were here, I had to barely escape to survive one of those giant, like, storm wall things.
Oh,
That was harrowing.
yeah, those usually come about once a week.
Well, hopefully we'll get out of here before another one comes by.
That's up to how long it takes us to get through this desert. We can only hope we get lucky.
So, do you know anything more about the cargo we'll be transporting?
I believe some slaves. That's it.
But nothing more than, like, they will comprise it.
Nope, it's just slaves. That's it.
Okay.
Apparently, there's a few top shelf ones that are coming with this load.
May I ask a quick question where Raina is right now?
But was that?
That's Raina. Your mic's really low, dude.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh. Alright, let me. I tried using my battery headphones with this. Let me try fixing this. Hold on. 'Cause I have to use my phone right now.
You're in the tent with Rurio, by the way.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, unless this was happening whilst I was in the tent.
Yeah,
Is it there?
those two conversations were kind of acting in succinct.
Oh,
But
okay,
now
okay,
you guys
okay.
are just sitting in the tent right now.
Is this better?
No, I thought Raina left afterwards.
I mean, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I thought they were sitting in there
Raina
until the food.
left.
Okay, well,
Well, Raina was going. Well, Raina can't sit in there until the food's ready. She was just. Well, Raina was going to leave and help prepare food.
okay. Yeah, you go outside and he's prepping food.
Yeah, I'll help with that.
How are you trying to help?
By not getting in the way.
Okay.
My man.
Is essentially just going to like, hey, I got some rations here. You know, you could probably make a better meal by having this as a side dish, having this along with it.
He looks at your dried rations and or pie, and then looks at his fresh veggies, fresh kill. Then you look back. He's like, "No, this is probably gonna be better."
Well, I just wanted a well-rounded meal. You need some good fiber.
That's what this is for. And he just grabs a fistful of this herbal stuff and just shoves it in your. I need you to roll me a Constitution check.
I'm still getting my. Can you roll that for me?
Yep.
My computer's loading.
I was just letting you know that it needed to happen.
Yes. I can pull up Roll20. Just my audio device died.
No worries.
Oh, Diamond, you're in here. I was gonna close the door. Here, I'm gonna close the door a little bit. You can still get out though. Hi, Bubba.
Okay.
Why did you take my
your
chair?
eyes? We can hear everything you're saying just right now.
I'm sorry, I can't mute this one.
Okay.
This is one that I can't mute as easy.
Okay. You your eyes immediately water, and you have to turn away.
Oh, what is that lovely stuff?
It's kabosh herbs, and he throws it in the pot with the rest of the stuff.
Very pungent.
Yeah, I mean, you're not really supposed to smell it like that, you fool.
Says the one who shoved it in my face.
And he continues cooking.
All right. Is this the meal for all of us, or is just or are you
Their
cooking
meal.
your own meals?
He's cooking their meal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll cook our meal then.
Okay, what are you
Because we
cooking?
got eggs now.
Okay.
We got eggs, right?
Conrad currently has 2 basilisk eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Have I ever prepared these?
No.
And we have no gear to prepare them, so. Sin, you want these?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take them.
All right, hang on. God's gonna go to, Sin, just to kind of whisper. Well, this get me out of our deal.
Well, you know what? Let's just say you owe me a favor after this. How about no money involved? Just a favor. Just a simple favor.
That's my point, though. I don't like. I already owe you a favor. I don't.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. These do sound tantalizing. But truth be told, I already have the one, and I really only need the one for research.
Can you cook the other two?
You try to whisper that?
Yes.
Give me a stealth check.
Alright, I actually have my sheet up now, so give me a second.
I know a way of cooking a basilisk egg. Kinda. But
I'm just saying that I know that you said these were great chemical components for study, and I imagine it would be less good for study if someone poked a hole in it. Can I use a diplomacy check?
Against Sin?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say no because you're trying to talk something about Arcana to someone who knows a lot more about Arcana than you.
Damn it.
He's gonna look at you and he's like, "How do you think we get the content out of it?"
Damn it.
Same way you make an omelet, crack a few eggs.
Yeah, sorry, Conrad. This is just the way you pose that. It's like, you can't really try to use Arcana against the Arcana guy.
Sin,
You can have him. Jesus.
Sin, you can just sell them to Melanodius.
Sin grabs one egg as Conrad. I'm supposing you're like flopping him down.
Pretty much, yeah. I just kind of like push him down, like gently, and I'm like, fine.
He gestures to stop,
Yeah.
grabs one of the eggs, and he pulls out, reaches into his robe and pulls out a small chisel, and he goes and gets out a hammer from another pocket, and he just starts chiseling something on the side of the egg.
I have a question. These are just stone, right?
They look
Stone
like
eggs?
rocks.
Can we just get a vat of water and just hard boil these?
Or you guys could eat your rations. Just saying.
Okay, but I like eggs. Well, I don't. Reyna does.
Raina,
I
you
hate
have
eggs.
absolutely no idea how to cook this. Go ahead and give me a nature check.
I was just about to say, you want me to roll for something?
Yeah, I don't even know if you would recognize it as a. You have no fucking clue. You've never seen a basilisk egg. You have no clue.
Fuck's that.
As far as you're aware, you are holding a stone if you hold it.
Conrad, why did you bring stones for dinner?
I didn't say these were for your dinner.
I'm just going to take off my bag of holding. Alright, fine.
Exactly.
I'm going to start handing out food and rations to the entire camp, to our side, our people.
Okay.
Layers at the other group.
Okay. And as you're walking around handing out the pies, Grief kind of looks up and you see him just kind of sniffing at the pie as you're walking around. He kind of licks his lips.
Yes?
And he just kind of looks at you, then looks back at the pie, then looks back at you, then looks back at the pie.
How many pies do I have?
You got a fucking metric ass ton of pies.
It's a bag of holding full of pies, dude. That's a lot.
I'm just going to put a pie in front of him. Here you go.
Again, you don't know how many pies you have.
I suppose we could spare one. Here you go.
He quickly grabs it from you, puts it in front of him, and just starts with his free hand, just starts digging in it and starts shoveling it in. Almost like
I
a
wouldn't
broken,
mind.
beaten dog.
I'm just going to tap. Does he have? Is he going to get a ration from the other side from their camp?
You have no clue.
I'm just going to tap his shoulder. Now, if you want to share some of your food for that, I wouldn't.
You
be
go to tap his
opposed.
shoulder.
Mm. I'm going to lean in. Just be like, if you want to share
As
some
soon
of
as
yours
you
as
start
well.
leaning in, you can see his muscles flex, and you see him like look over his shoulder at you, and you hear a low growl.
And just walk away.
And he just goes back to eating that. And you just hear a slight chuckle coming from Gore.
Brandon's intent on eating that vulture.
But you guys,
Raina knows not to mess with big brooding hulks when they're eating.
yeah, and his body language was pretty clear. But you guys all get your pies.
What did Sin draw onto the egg?
He's continuing to chisel on it. He's finished with the first one and started working on the second one.
Okay.
I will say for just fluff, the last pies I'm going to hand out is for Rhea, and I'll just join her in the camp.
Okay.
I mean, Ruya.
Yeah, Rhea.
Cletus, when you come to him, just kind of holds a hand up. No thanks, I'm good.
Sure.
You need to
It
eat.
tastes pretty good.
Get your strength.
With this body, I don't really need to.
Yeah, it's quite a body. So, you gonna tell me who built that for you, or you gonna make me have to break a few bones? Well, I mean, I guess not bones.
Trade secret, I'm afraid.
Well, how about this? I'll show you one of my trade secrets.
No thanks.
Are you sure?
Really, Conrad? I'm just going to lean in Conrad. Conrad, this is trading information. This could be very valuable.
You're leaning into me or Cletus? Yeah.
Oh, Cletus. Just like, he's offering secrets. That's valuable.
No, I'm good.
Okay, your loss. And he's cooking.
Right, and just saying, it's like, I wanted the secrets.
Nope, no secrets. Cletus didn't want any.
Right now, just physically, oh, fine. I'm not going to give you a pie anyways, then.
Okay. And you join Rhea with the pie. And after a few, Gorthak starts dishing out a couple bowls to him. And then he calls Darnak down. Darnak slides down the dune, grabs a bowl, and heads back up. He calls out Grief, and Grief tosses the pie pan thing just to the side on the ground and just runs over and grabs the bowl and heads back over to his seat and sits.
He's a good boy.
And the three of them start eating. So, as everyone is eating, does anyone want to do anything?
Nope.
Well, Sin stopped Conrad for something. I'm waiting to see what that was.
Well, I mean, you're eating your pie. You're watching him inscribing the stuff. And no one's going to be talking anything. After a few, he finishes, and he places a hand on both of the eggs, and you watch as his eyes flare up with arcane, like almost like a vibrant blue color as he starts incanting something. And you watch as both stones begin to glow. And then he pulls his hands away, and you see boop, boop, both pop tops of the rock crack and just fly up, like like a kettle, with way too much steam. And you immediately smell like a meaty aroma. And it's kind of earthy coming from the egg. And Singh grabs one of the eggs and kind of gestures it, ooh, ah, and then moves it closer to him, and he pulls out a fork and starts digging into the egg.
You thought.
There's another one right in front of you, Conrad.
Is he in there with you?
Yeah. He snuck in here.
Thank you, Sin.
He's just continuing to eat.
Conrad's gonna try to eat it.
Okay. It looks weird. It looks kind of like a weird fetus inside.
Uh-huh.
But it's been cooked, and you poke it a couple times. You get a little bit of it on your fork, and you take a bite. It's pretty fucking good.
Hmm.
If you've ever had frog, kind of tastes like frog, but a little bit more gamey. Just a little bit.
Fair enough.
But you've now had basilisk.
Wait till the
Okay.
mommy finds out.
But you guys finish your dinner, and night has set in. You guys are getting kind of tired. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to assume this is desert rules, so nighttime is very chilly.
Yep, and the temperature is starting to drop.
Okay.
What time is it? Like,
At this point, it's probably around 8-ish.
okay.
I was going to say, if Raina's eye still inattentive with me, it's like, are we doing a watch tonight, or does the other group have charge of that?
We should do a watch.
I think every one person of the group should probably have a watchman out.
Garthak goes, yeah, we'll have one of our guys pair up with one of yours. Seems the fairest way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I was thinking just inside the tent, as far as Miranda
Well,
would have the conversation.
Conrad responded to it. So, if he's going to respond to the conversation, I figured everyone's probably hearing this. It's a pretty small area.
Yeah.
I assume Rhea just poked her head out. It's like, so who's doing watch?
Didn't even need to, honestly. Like, you guys are close enough talking in the tent, unless you're whispering it.
I was just like, I know, speaking quietly to Raina, not by purposely being stealthy or anything, just in a quiet.
Well, we'll say that Conrad overheard you and started the conversation and just picked up.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
I'll take first watch.
Damn it, Diamond! I just closed the door. Now you want out.
I'll take second.
This old man-
Actually, Nat, I think Rhea should take the second watch just because, night vision.
Yeah. I'll take the darkest watch
Yeah.
with that.
Okay.
I'll take any watch that you assigned me, Conrad.
You fine with third?
I'm fine with third.
Okay.
Sounds like, yay, I get to sleep.
First time I could sleep in a while, too, actually, yeah.
Darnak goes, well, I'll take the third watch. I mean, wait, who's taking it first, second, third? I'll take third watch.
So Raina's.
And second watch. And Gardak goes, yeah, I'll take the first one. Old men need to sleep. Grief, you're taking the last one. Ugh. I'll take that as a yes.
It wasn't a verbal no.
Looking at Grief, you can tell there's a large scar growing across his neck.
So what are the pairings?
Cletus and Guard grow up Orthak. Ruya and Darnak, and then Reyna and Reef.
That is correct.
And that volunteered, but then didn't get into the list.
I mean, do you want to take my spot, Nat?
I mean, we all know you want to go with Darnak.
Wait, what?
Darnot, just the.
I will say, it is a very clear night tonight. There really is no dark time.
Yeah.
With the moon how it is, like, it's going to be low light vision.
Yeah, it's fine. I was going to go out and watch anyways.
Okay. Okay. So, Sin eventually pops in his tent and goes to sleep. Grief just kind of like where he sat from eating, he just kind of leans back against the dune and just closes it. And Darnak eventually slides down and kind of sits in with his feet towards the fire and just his head away from it and just kind of like grabs his bag, his bedroll, and he just kind of sets it down on the ground as like a pillow and just kind of sits against it, sleep.
That's going to bed.
Karen's going to bed.
Okay.
I suppose Raina's gonna go to bed until her watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
you
mean,
guys,
no point sleep and staying awake.
okay, so you guys find your way to your various tents, and you guys begin to bed down. Cletus, first watch. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Man.
Oh, man, he was ready for it. Okay, 14. You try to keep watch, but you know it's difficult. You know, you don't see a lot of minotaurs. And you know, here's a really weird minotaur, so it's kind of hard not to like just look at, like, holy shit, like, where the fuck are his hooves? What the fuck kind of feet are those? Like, you're just like, man, I thought I was a weird minotaur. But Gorthak is currently sitting back after eating a metric, like, shit ton of the food. Like, he ate most of the pot.
Yeah.
Kind of leans back and he's just picking his teeth with one hand. His top two arms are like raised behind, clasped together, like kind of like in the leaning back position, with his arms over his head, and his other arm is just kind of scratching him. Scratches his balls a little bit, scratches his leg.
About an hour into the watch, Cletus will ask him if he wants to do an arm wrestling contest when he gets 5 gold.
5 gold, which arm? How many arms can I use? What's the stakes here?
Left arm, 1 arm only.
5 gold, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Strength check.
Yep. He actually moves the pot over and puts his elbow on the still hot griddle.
Okay.
You hear a sizzling and the smell of cooking flesh.
It's been an hour. Or probably more since he cooked.
Still hot.
No,
Coals and embers are going to keep that hot for hours. Have you never gone camping?
I have. Cletus puts his arm down.
Okay. You take immediately 2 fire damage from just like the heat, just like, ooh, okay. Ooh, I'm glad I don't have flesh, or this would be really rough in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, give me a strength check. I did not have this set up, so I'm just gonna use this dice roller because I don't want to pull my. Okay. You actually start overtaking him in the beginning.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll it again. Okay, you're still overtaking him. And the last,
Hydraulic arm engage.
you beat him.
All right.
Wow. Oh, man, I'm telling you, you got to tell me who made those limbs for you. I mean, I got 4 of them, but yours is pound for pound stronger.
Like I said, trade secret. And I hold out my hand for the 5 gold.
And he reaches in his bag and goes to give it to you, and as soon as it goes to reach your hand, he like pulls back. How much gold do I know of your trade secrets? I know it's dwarven by its design. You arrived new in town, and I've heard a tasty little morsel in the undercrown. The Leadfoots are back. And he just kind of studies you up and down. So are you going to tell me, or do I have to go make a house call?
I'll tell you, it's the Leadfoots.
And he just drops the gold in your hand. So, it's not a replacement. That's something new. You think they could build me some attachments or something?
Yeah, I'm sure. Not nearly as much as me, but they can definitely cook you up with something slick.
I already got one thing slick, so I mostly just need the limbs. Been looking for some good replacements.
Hit them up when we get back.
Plus, they could always work on this. Needs a little bit of upkeep done on it. And you watch as he flexes his right shoulder, and unseen before, you see a crossbow pop out on his shoulder on a little wood and stone arm mechanism.
It's quite interesting.
Yeah, but that's all it does right now. It's broke.
No.
Yeah.
Mine's a little sharper. And I hit out my sword.
And he flexes his right arm, and you watch as a giant bony spine protrudes from right where the wrist would be, and just you've seen Mortal Kombat, right? Baraka.
Yo, that's
He
so
basically
cool.
he has a Baraka arm where a large bony like spearish, almost like sword, protrudes out of his arm. He's like, I don't know, mine's pretty sharp too.
That is so cool.
Maybe after all this is over, me and you could have a sparring match.
Oh, you want to Kothraka?
I don't know what that is.
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Yeah. Rocco.
And I went ahead and typed it for you as well, just so you
Okay.
have a name. You've heard of this. This is a ye old. You heard it from your parents long ago of a tradition of Minotaur. The Gothrok Do is the only duel between Minotaurs that actually matter. It doesn't matter what weapon you use. It doesn't matter what rules you have of a fight. None of them compare to the honor of the Gothrok Do. It is said that Minotaur who are in leadership roles who lose them become savage Minotaurs because their honor is so broken they give in to savagery. Gothrok Do is exactly what you think it is between Minotaurs. It's literally just headbutting each other and goring each other until the one wins.
Possibly. We'll see.
Little Horn's afraid, but it's okay. I would be too.
Cletus is just kind of gonna walk a perimeter around the camp.
Okay. You continue to do so. He continues to scratch his balls, pick at his teeth, and just be a... it's funny, it almost seems like he's not even on a watch. Like, he's not paying attention, he's not looking around, he's just sitting there chilling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yep. 4 hours go by, and you're like, okay, I need to power down.
Alright. I go wake up Ruya.
Okay. As you go to, like, get back into the, like, in between the dune to go wake her up, you hear, ah! And you watch over as Darnak is, like, grabbing his face, like, rubbing it. And Gordak's sitting there with his two arms crossed, just a big shit-eating grin on his face. And you see in his hand, like, a couple pebbles. And he goes to throw another one at Darnak. And he quickly grabs it and throws it right back at him, hitting the bull right in the eye. Like, oh, fuck! Falls back on his chair. But you walk over and you get to Ruya's tent.
Ruya.
Yeah. I'm awake. And
It's
I'll
your
just
turn
like
for
continue.
watch.
Anything to keep an eye open for?
Nope. Except for some Minotaur balls. Not mine.
Fair enough. And she'll just like continue walking. I was gonna say she's just gonna like when she gets to like a good sit down spot, she's just gonna look in the direction of where Shark and Dragon Girl is.
Okay.
Focusing in that directions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cletus goes, sit by the fire and powers down.
Okay. You watch as Gorthak is watching this whole process of you like sitting down and powering off, and really you see as soon as Cletus goes and like just kind of like gets into that kind of like rested position where you see a lot of his body just stop and just kind of power down a little bit. His eyes close. Gorthak's just like watching it like, God, ain't that a sight? Oh, that seems so useful. And he just kind of walks over. Get up, dumbass. Make sure we don't die. And then he just kind of finds a spot, like packs some sand with his weird feet. You're not sure what animal or whatever was attached to him, but it's weird. It's almost like bird-like feet, but they're kind of like clawed. And he's just like packing it down a little bit and then just kind of nuzzles in and falls asleep.
I was gonna say, is there any way to like just look him and see whether this was like a surgically done thing or dodgy surgically done thing or just natural?
Give me a religion or an arcana, whichever is higher.
So it'd definitely be religion.
Yeah. Okay. You notice that his core body and his head does not match the rest of his body. You see where it's connected in certain parts. It looks like the flesh has been fused in some means. And the weird skin tone and stuff of the limbs look like they were dead for a while. You get the sense, because you've heard about this in stories, that necromancers of a certain class and can graft dead and undead flesh onto living beings as attachments.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
I'm letting you on that perceptions.
Yep.
Yep. And,
Okay. You start listening and watching, keeping focused towards the direction that you saw Jacques and them. And you staring off kind of in that direction for like a good 10-15 minutes. What are you worried about there, young lady?
I'm worried about. She just
I
like
see it written
pops her
all
head
over
back.
your face.
Just worried about the well-being of my friends.
Sure, it's a friend. I've seen that look before. That's a look of a spurned lover.
She just like Choco's like, yeah, I don't know. Let's just say friends for now. I don't even know if it's that, so there's I've got these guys to look after as well, and she'll just like point to the tents.
Oh, I understand that, but life is short, and you might want to make sure that you get good while the good's getting. Get what I'm saying?
I guess she doesn't get what he's saying, but like, she'll just be like, yeah.
And my pappy, he didn't raise me for very long or live around me for many years, but he did give me one kernel of truth, and he just kind of stands up, walks over, and offers you a flask that he's holding.
And she just like put the flask and be like, offered you a drink?
Huh?
Yeah, but she's like take a flask and be like, he offered you a drink?
No, I was offering you a drink.
I'll take you up on that. And she'll take a swig.
No, what my father left me with was best way to get over one broken heart is to mend it with another. And he's just kind of like giving you this like
Ooh.
look, and he just kind of winks at you.
Because I'm going to say that Burry is completely oblivious of the rhino, can I do an insight check?
Insight check, yes.
Player knows. She does not.
He's trying to flirt with you.
She'll just like chuck it like, yeah, sorry, I'm currently focused on one at the moment.
Okay. I can tell you're serious about this, so let me cut the bull in between. And this may seem a little odd since my previous offer, but what can you tell me about that fiery redhead that you find yourself traveling with?
Ooh. I'm sorry.
No. Certainly fiery, I'll give you that. Likes her drink.
Well, lady after my own heart.
Yeah. Likes our other, say, red tieflings, so I'm sure you're probably her type as well.
Oh.
Those two didn't hit it off, I don't think.
Oh, please do tell. I'm a sucker for such gossip.
I say if you want to know now, go talk to her.
Definitely have to do that in the morning.
Good luck to you on that. And she'll just like continue to look forward.
Thank you kindly. And he kind of like tips his horns towards you. He doesn't have a hat, but he's fake tipping a hat towards you.
Yeah.
And he sits down and just continues watch. And surprisingly enough, you don't hear anything else.
Okay.
And the time rolls by, and eventually you're like, oh, okay, I could get another meditation cycle in.
Yep. That's all good. And she'll go wake up. I think it's raining next, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
And as you're walking over there, you see Darnock get up, and he like goes over towards where Gorthnak has his stuff, and picks up one of his axes, and grabs it by the blade. It has like a little leather covering on the top. Grabs it by the blade end and just walks over towards Grief, and you see him like staying as far away as possible, like poke the large orc with the butt end of the axe, like the handle part. And you watch as he just and doesn't have any like major sound. It's more like a grunt. And he's like, "Oh, hey, big guy, hey, easy now. It's time to wake up." And he kind of like rubs his eye and kind of sits up and walks over to the fire and sits down. And Darnak goes back over to his first spot and just kind of lays back down, arms behind his head, and just starts getting some snooze.
Yes, give me the conversational piece.
It's almost like I did it on purpose.
Yeah. Just be like, okay then. Raina, time to wake up. You just like poke.
Raya just, hold on. Just
Continues to poke.
just cracks neck and just opens up the tent flap. Do I look alright?
Stunning. There's nothing out there at the moment.
You say stunning, but there's clearly missing spots on her face.
Yeah, stunning.
Okay.
Nice.
She doesn't say shit.
Nice. Somebody come with that guy. Points to...
Okay, you know what? Shits and giggles. What's your passive insight, Raina?
Good question.
It's on the left side of the page. Scroll down a little.
Character.
Where do your passive perception?
It's under senses.
Yes, here we go. Passive insight, the score or the bonus?
The score.
25.
Okay, go ahead and just give a bluff check, Rhea. Okay, she's lying about something.
I'm not
Sure.
lying about anything.
It's one of those, like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to offend you.
You're pretty on the inside.
Actually, no. Now that I think about it, no.
Maria
He-
generally doesn't
Yeah, she
care.
yeah.
She's
You
stunning.
think
She's
you
not
look
lying
good
about
today.
anything.
Yeah, technically.
Just a queer eye. Is the scar still there?
Yep.
All right. Put my hat on, adjust it so it's hidden.
Okay. See, that's what I was getting at. Is I was like,
Yes.
would Raina know that she would not like? Would Raina just be like, okay, and just walk out there and I'm like, what's wrong with your face?
Yeah, I was waiting for that to happen, just like, Rhea, I know you're being nice here, but Raina's asking for the scar.
Yeah. It's funny because Grief couldn't say anything.
The one person be like, oh yeah, he knows something's up, but he can't say anything about it.
You also don't know if he
Two
can
things.
write.
This is true.
He also has what appears to be a massive scar down his own face, and two, Maria doesn't think scars are ugly or anything.
Well, it's not so much a scar. It's like normal human face, changeling skin, and then the mark. So it looks
This
a
is
little
someone who's
weird.
been about the graveyard dealing with dead bodies now.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Raina knows someone who will accept her no matter what. But also, Raina has a job. Help me do my job.
Okay. Raina.
Yep. After making sure I'm all right, go out and get ready for watch.
Okay. You do so. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Raina will actually be pacing around the watch, just checking around the barrier and checking around the whole area.
No worries. You continue your watch, and you don't hear or see anything. Do you want to do anything on your watch?
After walking around a bit, just sit down next, across from the guy. So enjoy that pie.
He just kind of looks up at you, stares for a few moments, and looks down and just continues sharpening his blades.
Fair enough. I know others quite like you. Big, strong, silent type. They're a lot of fun. Usually let me talk for hours, annoying them.
He looks up, and there's a pause, and he opens up his mouth. And you can see that besides a couple of his front tusks and teeth, his tongue and most of his throat has been scarred and ripped open.
You just see it. You just see like
sharpening his blade.
You see a cocky smile go from oh shit.
Yeah, it looks like someone removed his ability to speak and his tongue, and yeah, it looks like there's something bad happened to him at some point.
Well, I will say I'm sorry for your loss. If I had that fate come upon me, I am sure others would be happy, but I would be miserable. For what it's worth, I don't know how silver your tongue was, but your looks might get you there.
Continue sharpening his blade.
Right now, kind of relaxes, just keeping watch.
Okay. Eventually, the sun starts to crest over and getting like the slightest hints of red and purples across the sky. Slowly turns into more of an orangey color, and your watch has ended.
I was enjoying the cool air.
Yeah, it doesn't take long before you start feeling the warmth. But the rest of you guys begin to wake from your slumbers.
Raina, I imagine throughout the entire night wearing the bare minimum armor, and just soon as like, fuck, hold on, get my cloak.
Karen just kind of stirs and gets ready for the day.
Clean his boots up.
Starting clean.
Probably would have been awake for at least 2 hours.
Nat.
Yeah.
As you go to poke your head out of your tent, you see a pair of legs standing in front of it.
Who's?
You look up and it's Darnox, and he has his hand out.
Hey.
Morning, young lady. I was wondering if you would like some assistance out of your tent.
Sure. She sticks a hand out.
He takes your hand and helps you out, and he does like a slight courtesy as you get out.
It's not always just trying to. Sorry, I can't.
Hey, being horny on Maine is my gimmick.
But Nat does get disassemble a tent.
Do you need some help with that? I've already finished mine.
And she says, "Yeah."
And he gives you a hand quietly, just smiling at you as he helps you with your tent. Conrad, can you go ahead and give me a Constitution check?
Sure. Jeez. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Okay. Your stomach starts grumbling something fierce.
Oh shit! Coward's in a book someplace isolated.
You immediately look up at Sin,
Mm-hmm.
who's already running out of the dune hole.
Yeah, no, Coward's running.
You get up, you start moving, and it starts to settle a little bit. But you see Sin like just taking off. He's not stopping.
Coward's not stopping either.
Okay, I mean you're feeling better. It seemed like it was just a little rough.
No. He knows
Okay.
this kind of thing, you know.
Okay.
When it comes to that level of issues, you never trust a fart.
Exactly.
Okay.
He's making sure he's clear of the area first.
Okay. You clear the area. You find
Yeah.
yourself your own little dune hole.
Yes.
Okay. You try to do your business.
Yep.
It's nothing. I'm telling you. Your stomach was a little grumbly. That was it.
Okay.
Like that was it. You just passed it.
Okay.
About 20, 30 feet away from you, you hear Sin go, "Oh God! Oh God! Ah! It's not stopping! Ah!"
Congratulations! It's a basilisk.
Anyway, comment.
Well,
it's kind of like,
basilisk is a rarity and is great for alchemical purposes. Even though it's edible, still contains a lot of poison. Yeah. So
it's like a puffer fish.
a little bit. Yeah.
we just kind of boiled ours. We didn't like cut it or anything.
And you do feel your muscles and stuff are a little stiff though.
Yeah.
You notice that. For the next while, you have disadvantage on all athletic and acrobatic checks
Okay.
because you are slightly petrified.
Just ever so slightly.
Oh man, that morning wood must suck.
And you immediately hear Sin going, "Help!
Yeah, on your own, buddy.
Help!
Help.
Help! You assholes! I know you can hear me. Help!"
All right, Coward's get himself together and he's gonna go find Sin.
Okay. You go over to a dune. You immediately see Agumon on the side of a dune. What you could only assume is just laughing his ass off.
Uh-huh.
And you peek over the dune, and there you see a partially disrobed Sin
Mm-hmm.
fallen on the ground, completely just frozen in a position, just laying in his own filth.
Okay, yeah. Come on, buddy. Coward's gonna,
When he said
try to
help,
deal with
did we actually hear it, or is it just over?
Yeah, you guys can hear it.
Yeah.
You just see right now pretending not to hear it.
Coward's gonna help him out of his filth, so to speak, and just try
I mean, I will say the rest of you guys hear Sin calling for help outside of you guys' camp.
Mm-hmm. And you did hear him scream bloody murder, basically.
Nat will actually go help.
Bowie's just sighing and just taking care of a tent.
Okay.
Check. Damn it.
Cletus, what are you doing?
Cletus went to help too.
Okay.
While they're going to help, Raina's just going to start packing all the tents.
Okay.
The ones that left could
I
start
mean,
packing theirs.
They're pretty much done at this point. I think Conrad just has his. That's it.
Yeah.
Alright. She'll just pack up hers and pack up whoever's
Okay.
left as well.
No worries. You guys arrive to see Conrad in a hole, like kind of standing over Sin, going like, "How the fuck?" Like, I have a feeling that's your look. Like, how do I help him? Like,
A little bit, yeah. It's like,
yeah,
he's like
just
covered in
laying
shit.
there, like arm kind of out. Like it looked like he was in like a weird position of pooping, and then went to go like move, and just froze up, and then fell back. Like,
Oh,
I'm having flashbacks to when I was a health caregiver to my father.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's not a good sight.
Yeah, this is why I'm not joining, because I've done this work in real life. Fuck that.
So Cletus and Nat, you see Conrad just looking kind of dismayed over the situation.
Is he completely naked?
He's partially naked.
Alright, Cleese is just gonna like pick him up by the back of his robe jacket.
Okay. You now have a shitty hand.
Ah! Sorry, I didn't know we were playing poker this early.
Yeah, he fell into his own mess.
Oh.
But now he's in your hand.
But good news. I mean, it's a lot easier to wash it off of these hands than other hands, and you don't have to worry so much about the smell.
True.
Alright. Cletus starts carrying him back to camp.
And he's just literally like locked in position.
just a squat position.
Yeah, like a half squatting position, like he was going to like reach for something or do something like.
Please, someone have a water gun or something. Just hose this poor boy down.
Okay.
You have water sacks.
I am not wasting my lemon water on this filthy midget.
But it'll make
Okay.
him smell fresh.
You guys watch as Cletus comes carrying like a dirty sock, just sitting, dangling by the scruff of his robe. Just looking, it's just a look of like just such just terror coming across his face of Sid, as he is no longer able to talk at this point since he is now fully petrified.
Would it be nature or whatever to see if I know a poison that had this?
I was banking off your previous basilisk nature check. You know that the basilisk poison either, depending on how strong and old the basilisk is, it's either gonna run its course over time, or you need to get this person treated, or they will become fully petrified.
So, which angle is Sin looking at right now?
Full petrification usually kicks in pretty quickly. Since he just looks like he's hardened up, like his skin is still skin, and it's not like hard like rock, you get the sense that the baby's poison of the basilisk might not be as strong, so he is just paralyzed.
Okay.
But you don't know how long that's going to take.
Okay. Is there?
Guess I'll just have to carry you today, Sin.
No response.
We're just gonna
Sorry.
look over and just be like, okay, what's going on?
It's from the poison of the basilisk he ate.
What's that smell?
Oh, he fell into shit.
Drip. Drip.
Oh, okay, that kind. Alright.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do I need to do a later check to see what basilisk is or
Yes.
and its effect? Okay.
Just to see if you understand what to deal with on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the sense that, and you're like, wait a second, those were basilisk eggs they ate last night? Fucking idiots. Like, even the babies are still kind of poisonous, like, like, you can't really just eat them willy-nilly. You're like, ah. But you get the sense that, like, this is something that is not as dangerous as, like, full legit basilisk poison, but, yeah, he's petrified.
Yeah.
Look, Conrad, can I have about 5 feet of rope?
Sure. Kind of cut some boiling rope.
Gorthak is just looking like, as it just finally clicked what happened.
We're just gonna go over and see if just I've got a name of power. Is now a holy cleanse and does anything.
Wait, are you gonna try to dump holy cleanse into him?
I don't know if it's like as for save can, you know,
You don't
if
know.
it's a safe thing or not. Yeah,
You know
so I was
that.
just gonna
You
try
know
that.
that. Holy cleanse does cleanse a lot of things from people. So
Yeah, that's what I was gonna give a try.
okay. Go ahead and mark off that ability.
Yep. So,
Okay. And saving throw with a effect on him, or that a save can end. In addition,
The bad, no good, shitty day of sin.
okay. As he untenses as the divine energy casts through him, and he's just, oh god, oh,
okay, we learned a lesson here, bud.
I don't feel so good.
And that's the lesson you've learned.
Go ahead and read to yourself the last line of Holy Cleanse.
Yeah.
To
That's
yourself.
fine.
But Sin looks really weak and not great.
Well,
Yeah.
well, whatever magic that was, hopefully that will help. Next is getting him clean.
No, next is putting this stinky gnome in a bag and looking after him. He needs
Okay.
rest.
I'm
All
not
the rest
in a bag.
possible.
Okay, can we clean him
You're
before we
going in
put
a
him in
bag unless if you're walking and we're traveling, you're not going to be.
He
You're not
snaps
dragging
his,
you and sleeping on the
snaps his
ground.
fingers, and he's completely clean of shit.
You just see Raina just having a handful of sand, just like, oh, that works too. I was gonna give you a sand bath.
Did he clean my
Even
hand
though-
by chance?
No.
Even if it was just like, figure, you need to sleep now.
I'm good.
Get over. No, you're not good. Go to sleep. And she's
Yeah,
got
we
like serious look on her face.
Conrad, get your bag.
In my bag, what?
You have a bag of holding, don't you?
You're
Yeah,
not
don't
put him in a bag of
of
holding.
holding.
Yeah, we're not putting him in there.
Rue's just gonna like take out her fins. It's like someone hold this and then like pass me in.
Raina just
And
opens her
like,
bag of holding. Here you
She's
go.
just
Just-
asked. Yeah, she's just asking. Yeah, she's puts all her stuff in like the
carry
bag
him.
holding, and then put him there. Be like,
You
go
hear
in
a
the bag.
voice coming from outside of the thing. I'll carry him.
Who said that?
Who's he?
You
Then
see
then?
Jacques standing there on the dune.
Okay. Thank you, Jacques.
Still wrapped up in a few chains.
Oh.
You sure you're
With
gonna
that-
be okay? Wait,
Yeah,
everyone.
hold on.
No, are you gonna be okay with that?
You
Because I'd rather him
see
go in the bag.
the hair colored girl walk up behind him. He's okay.
I just want our character. Of course, Jock would want to carry him. Sends a snack.
Wait. Good. Sniffing. Can I do an inside check on both of them?
Yeah.
I would like to double
You're-
down on that as well.
I was gonna say, do I need to roll 2 for each or just the one?
Just do one.
I would like to
So I think Raina's like trying to assist him as well.
They're hard to read.
Of course.
Alright. Cletus is
You are-
trying to clean his
wait,
hand
wait,
off.
Yeah. Riri is just like keeping her hands in the air. She's basically telling everyone to shut up. You know, are you sure you're okay with that? Because I'd rather him go in the bag and someone else carry him, to be fair.
Dang, then Cletus could probably carry him. He won't get tired.
Exactly. And if shit comes to worse, I don't have to worry about other things as well.
And Jacques looks towards Uria and kind of bows his head towards you, as you wish. And he's like, he looks towards Vithrok and he says, I guess I'm not needed. And you see them walk away for a few feet, and you hear like some the chain jingling. You hear what sounds like a box close, and after a couple minutes, you see the girl return.
It's heartbreaking, but probably for the best. Raina's gonna say that quietly to Rhea.
Anyway, she's like, Sin in the bag, Cletus, just carry him. Just look after him. You got that little gnome of your life if you have to.
Will do.
Snaps his fingers.
And she's
clean.
yeah, she's just like rubbing her forehead and just again defeated look again.
Raina's actually going to pat Rhea's side.
Task, put it in the bag.
Put it in the bag.
Did Gorthrax see them? I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Okay. Oh, Gorthrak. Those are our other two party members, Jacques and
The girl.
None of your concern.
none of your concern.
And Gorthak just, a pair on that one. I like her. So I don't really travel with little girls. I'm sure she can take care of herself, considering I didn't even know she was with you all.
Don't worry.
Yeah, she can. She's fine.
His eyes just kind of narrow at her for a little bit. Well, enough weird drama has happened. Should we start making our way?
Yes, let's.
I believe we should, yeah.
Let's get this caravan on the road.
Darnak, why don't you take point again? You sure? I mean, I believe their archer would be more than capable, as not really looking at Gorthak as he's speaking, he's looking over at Nat.
Can I see this?
Yeah, you see this.
I'm going to walk up to Nat, put an arm around her. Nah, I have some talking I want to do with Nat.
Wait, what?
And Gorthak looks over. I mean, I don't know what that has to do about him running point. Just do it, you fucking numbskull. Okay, boss. And Gorthak turns around towards the rest of you all. Are you guys all ready to head out?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Raina's going to keep an arm around Nat and drag her to the middle of the caravan with her.
Whoa,
Okay.
hey.
Conrad, are you taking point as well?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and do your perception check and stuff for the first shift while they do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
You two, what are you doing?
So as soon as I drag Nat away, she's like, "Hey, look, I know this guy's trying to flirt up with you. Also, we're on a mission, so can we not?"
Not what?
Oh dear Lord, you don't even realize, do you?
As she's staring at his ass.
The tiefling toothpick wants to get in your nether regions.
And you're saying this is going to be a distraction?
Yes, 'cause we're on a job. Look, if you want to have fun off a job, that's fun. That's fine. Enjoy it. You know I do. But when we're on the job, we are on Sultan's time. Please, keep that to yourself.
That's like, I didn't do shit! I woke up, I don't know what's going on!
Nash just minded her business. Was like, this is serious. do
Yeah.
the mission. I'm like, huh?
Rain is on a mission. This is a job. This is the equivalent of God telling her, go do this. She's like, yeah, no, flirting right now. We're on a mission.
Poor Nat.
That's like, okay.
Oh, dear Lord, you barely even notice him, do you?
mean, I noticed him, but I already know this is a mission.
Fair enough. You probably have better control of your persuasions and understandings. He, on the other hand, seems to be the more Romeo type.
I still didn't do anything.
I know. The mother kind of like adjusts someone's clothes. Just like adjusting someone's arms, like, yeah, I trust you. I just also wanted to pull you away from that situation because I needed him on point. I trust you to not get into this issue with the mission.
Man, first she says you can't control your drink. Now she's saying you can't keep it in your pants. Jesus.
Raina doesn't want a liability. She trusts Nat, but also is like, hey, Nat.
No, don't need to.
I love it. It's like, Raina's like, turn off your charm, Nat. Nat's like, this is just my face.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Okay. As the group pushes forward, you immediately run into another group, Conrad.
Oh, shit.
About I want to say about 250 to 300 feet going towards the sun from where you guys are at. You see a caravan.
Okay.
Of 3 carts being drawn by some type of beast.
And do I see what's in the carts?
From this distance, no, they're all covered.
Okay. Alright, will point out to it's called
Darnak saw it too.
yeah, okay. See a caravan. What do you think it could be?
It's too hard to tell from this distance.
Should we just avoid them like we did before?
They are heading the same direction.
Hmm.
What do you think we should do?
Do I see anything else like notice, like identify? Just see just the caravan. That's it.
They're rather large for the size of the beast.
The caravans.
Yeah, the actual carts.
These are large carts too.
Can I go up to him and say, hey, what's the hold up?
They're a good distance ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally, I think it's a kind of an unknown factor, even though we're kind of heading in the same direction. You never know who's out here.
This is true. Well, guess we could always pause here and just let them continue on.
Yeah. Either way, we should definitely let the others back up and know.
But of course. And he kind of turns and starts jogging back towards the group.
All right.
But you guys see the 2 tieflings approach the group. Gorthak's the first one. What's the hold up?
We noticed a caravan, pretty large one with big carts. They seem to be heading the same direction we are.
That it? Just carts?
That was all I saw, right, Damon?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Carts and large beasts.
Yeah, large beast and burden, yeah.
What the carts look like? That asks.
They were covered. But they were large.
Do you need a better pair of eyes on them?
Large carts. And Gorthak kind of scratches his chin a little bit. Could be traders.
Well, we're all heading in the same direction, so either we can pause here and let them head ahead of us. You know, we could see what they are. Problem is, that's an unknown factor.
Conrad.
Yeah?
If you vote to see who they are, I'll be able to help with that. It's literally my job is investigation. You forget. If you give the order for me to go investigate, I'll go do that.
Are you comfortable making that?
What?
Are you comfortable making that kind of risk?
Darnak speaks up. Do you think you could get close enough without them seeing your approach?
I have my tricks.
Okay, it's an unknown number, and we don't know what force or faction they fall behind. So,
Yeah.
if this little young lady gets caught up there, and they immediately know that anyone on site is an enemy, things can go bad really quickly, and we could be a good distance away.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, right now, if
as they're
it could end up
talking,
being
you just
bad.
see Raina just kind of walk in a bit and crack her neck. Just
Raina should be fine. I trust her.
Don't worry. I know a few tricks. And as soon as I say that, I'm going to adjust my armor and activate it.
Okay.
Do you want to describe what happens?
Do you do this in motion?
Yes.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Just do it. There's no way you're not doing this without showing off some.
Oh yeah, I'm totally showing off.
Yeah. Okay, you guys watch as Raina begins to walk towards the direction that you saw the caravan and begins to do a quick little jog, to run, to sprint, to leap. And then as soon as she leaps in the air, you watch as her form shifts and shrinks to that of a rodent. What you see before what once was Raina is now a small little desert jerboa. So what do you do?
I just wait.
Oh, I was talking to Raina.
I am just going to book it for the caravan and just see what's going on and who they are, and even try to see what they're carrying.
Okay, so go ahead. Are you trying to quickly catch up and then stealth?
Yes.
Okay. You move as fast as your little legs can carry you. And eventually you close in on the cart, and it takes a while because they were a good distance ahead of you. So to catch up, it took a bit of time considering they were still moving forward. But eventually you get kind of close, and go ahead and give me a stealth check.
How many ads do I get to this fucking stealth check now with this? Oh boy.
Okay. You scurry in close. You kind of try to stay low, try to stay hidden, kind of try to act as natural as possible as a jerboa. But you get in close and you notice that these are two trade carts from Celestia.
Can I hop up in one of the carts?
A plethora of guards. There are 4 heavily armored guard sentries on each caravan looking out in each direction. And above each caravan you see an entity in bluish dark robes. And as soon as you go to climb up onto the cart, you immediately take 11 points of lightning damage.
Oof. All right, fair enough.
Quick question: does damage do anything to your form?
I believe I have to have the entire HP dropped for it, where the Jabora's HP has to hit 0 first.
Okay, yep. Okay, so you're still good. You make a little squeaky, oh fuck. But as soon as that happens, you watch as the person on top of the caravan reaches up towards their hood, pulls it back, and you see a bald elven female. And she quickly looks around. Guards on alert. We have a trespasser. And she continues looking around.
As she's looking around, I'm going to make it look as though a Jaboa, as natural as a Jaboa got hit by the cart.
Okay. I mean, you just try to hold it there, or do you?
Just kind of like scurry off and make it known that like all it was a rodent.
Give me one more stealth check.
Right. Stealth or even bluff, because I'm making it go like I'm making it go. Hey, look, a rodent is like a hit.
This is kind of a mix of both.
Okay.
So
they're probably the same for me. 32.
okay. You kind of scurry away, and you watch as the armored guards like they bring out their weapons and stuff like that. The carts continue forward. Like these carts aren't like the ones that you are all aware of that you've seen in the Latest area. These are the ones that you're familiar with, Reyna. These ones travel the oasis and the deserts. They have like a platform for a place for 4 soldiers to sit. They're heavily armored. Each of the soldiers are rocking platinum armor. They're expensive, they're pricey, but this is how they have to ship goods across the desert, and you don't fuck with these caravans. They're designed to repel dragons.
Okay. And these are shipping vessels, not trading vessels?
They're trading.
So are these the type you could approach, or?
It's usually known, especially when you got that shock and you realize that there was the wizard up on top.
Mm-hmm.
You put 2 and 2 together and you're like, oh shit, these are the ones you don't fuck with.
Okay.
Like these are, high Celestia carts.
Okay.
Somewhere from their upper district.
Well, I think that's enough information, because I'm going to assume no one at the camp is going to care about raiding or trading with us then.
I mean, choice is yours.
I already got 1 electroshock. I'm going to head back.
And it does seem like they're still on attention, but they don't seem to really notice you.
Yep.
Okay. So moving at full speed to try to catch up and then return. It's probably like a good 30-ish minutes. You guys are waiting, and then finally you see a Jerboa coming over the hill.
Yeah, I'm just going to jump up onto Rhea's shoulder.
Okay, you do so.
Can I speak as Jerboa?
You know what? I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna say yes because it does not specifically say. Wait, well, it does. You form a Jerboa. No, you can't speak.
Okay.
Just squeak, go squeak, go squeak.
Squeak, squeaky, squeak, squeak,
Squeak,
squeak.
squeak, or squeak.
Reyna is going to make the motions, just like have like 1 paw out and make it be like writing, like basically mime, just like get a piece of paper out.
Do I need to roll an insight to figure out what she's saying? No.
Can you just speak to us, Reyna?
Okay.
I'm gonna say insight with severe disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, now give me a diplomacy check. Rye.
Okay.
12.
Yeah, you don't. You have no fucking clue.
You see,
Yeah, I just like
Rhea.
look at you like I just like pick you up from my shoulder and just place you on the ground. You're like, we need people words. And just like leave it up.
Rhea just, Reyna just dispels it then.
Okay.
Still in the kind of half squat Jerboa stance, but just sitting there half squat. Well, I just didn't want to dispel that because I can only do that once. But they're just what was that place called again?
Celestia.
They're a Celestia trading vessel.
Wait, what?
They're a Celestia trading vessel, the type you don't want to approach.
We're not good. Yeah, we best just stay clear of that before we get a stray fireball blasted at us.
Yeah, we're steering clear of those guys.
See Reyna stand up, crack her back. Told you I had a few trips up my sleeve.
Yes, that was quite a long trip. I'm kidding because it sounded like you said trip instead of trip.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. But anyways, no one actually said that. With how long that trip lasted, I do believe that we should be pretty clear if we start proceeding now.
Yeah, the way they're headed, and I'll just tell them the exact direction
Well,
from what I saw.
their direction will always be different from us, considering they're riding in one of those carts.
That's fair. Look, it was just safer this way. I'm the type where I want all the knowledge on the cards, or I want all the knowledge on the table here.
No worries, pretty lady. And it's funny because he was looking at Nat as he said that. He's not really there in this conversation.
I do declare. He just looks
But
He just kind of trails off.
You need that southern drawl.
He's got some southern drool going on at this current moment.
Dang.
Southern
Good
drool.
wordplay. Good wordplay.
Yep. Thank you.
Take a handkerchief for that.
And Gorthak goes, yeah, well, let's just wait another little bit, and then we'll start heading out.
Agreed.
Agreed.
There you guys sit in the hot, hot sun.
Ugh.
And time passes, and it's...
How long are we sitting up for?
I was gonna say Rose was just gonna get up and be like, I'm just gonna let the guys know that we're heading off, and eventually was just gonna head in the direction of where they walked off to.
Wait, who?
Shaka and the Dragon Girl. I thought they walked off somewhere after they said they were needed.
We've been walking for like an hour or two.
A couple hours.
I'm pretty sure they're tailing us pretty well.
The girl has been following the group the entire time.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that.
Remember, they walked away, and she's the only one who came back.
I didn't get that bit.
Yeah.
If we're sitting for more than 30 minutes, Reyna will just not really pinch a tent, but just kind of make a little bit of an awning for shade.
I think it was just 30 minutes.
Yes, 30 minutes.
Yeah, just like stab a stick in the ground so there's a bit of shade there with the tarp over it.
Okay.
I'm
you
from-
have desert clothing.
I know, but shade's
okay.
nice and comfy.
Okay. So you just take your tent and you just make a. What are you using to make this?
It's just a have you ever seen like in the desert where they'll just like pitch up? It's not a full tent, but it's
I
just.
get that, but what are you doing with it? You're just using your tent to do this?
Yeah, a piece of cloth or anything that makes shade, just a stick, and it can even go in the ground just to make
Honestly,
it.
I think the only cloth you have right now spare would be your tent.
All right, fine. I'll use the tent cloth. That's all I need.
Okay.
It was just fluff. I want shade.
Okay. You guys watch as she digs out the stuff from her bag, gets it all together, and sits under it for a couple of minutes before Garthak is like, okay, we gotta head out. And then you guys all have to wait as she packs it back up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the reason I said it's just a stick and cloth is because it's literally just plunk, cloth, and then sit.
Okay. You packed your tent.
I know, but fine.
Anyway, let's move past this.
I mean, it worked. You had shade. But Gorthak starts pushing along. Conrad.
Yep.
Perception.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Man, you guys rolled really good. Not you. The other side of the stuff.
Yeah.
DM's bringing stuff. Well, no. It's still your guys' luck. Because, Conrad, as you continue along, you are first to notice this.
Okay.
Cross over a dune and you realize that there's mountains in front of you that you can see. Like, they're not in the distance. They're there.
Mm-hmm.
And standing in front of you is two mountain ridges that come to an end with a slight little cutout in between.
Uh-huh.
The stand continues after that. Go ahead and give me Just give me a nature check real quick
Sure. One sec.
as you try to piece this together.
Fuck.
You're kind of staring off, and you're like trying to think about it, and you just fall and trip and eat ass. You look very embarrassing, and you just hear a very, very soft southern. Well, boy, that was not pretty.
No, it's not. Oh,
But it seems like we're arrived.
right at Bean Cove.
Well, we're almost there. This is the end of the ever-shifting sand. I'm surprised that we got out of here so quickly.
I feel so far away from home.
Kyra's gonna just try to pick himself up together.
Yeah. Basically, you guys have arrived to here.
Nice.
Oh shit, we're actually really close, damn.
Yeah. You got, like I said, you guys got lucky.
Yeah.
The ever-shifting sands shifted in your favor.
Yay!
Yay!
You guys had a week to arrive here, and you guys did it in literally 2 days travel.
Boom!
See, this is called efficiency. This is why the Sultan sends us.
No, this was a lucky shot in the dark.
This is why the Sultan sends us.
But yeah, you guys have eventually the rest of the group catches up to the two tieflings standing proudly on a dune.
Kyra's in a cool pose now just to make up for his like little.
Yeah, trip. Still a little bit of sand on your chin. Don't even know it's there.
Yeah, it's like shit.
Well, we have good news, fellow travelers, as Darnak looks towards the group. And he looks towards you, Conrad.
We're out of the ever-shifting sands.
Woo!
Yes, that's us.
Brandon, you should be excited. This is literally the furthest you've ever been from your home.
She's excited, just homesick.
Yeah.
I miss
Okay.
it so much.
I've left the desert. It's still hot, it's still desert, but yeah. Okay. Do you guys continue on?
Yes.
Yes.
I must just realize look at the road map. Where's on the other side of what's supposed to be the continent compared to her house?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you guys continue along.
I'd be insulted if we didn't.
Okay.
No, we're just going to quit
insulting.
now.
Are you sure you wouldn't be insulting if you didn't?
Cut the black. I'm just kidding.
Oh dear.
Just record screech.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Pushing through this little ridge, eventually, you guys, crest through it, and with that, you hear the dying downs of the sands, the winds, everything else. It's for the first time in like a couple weeks. There's almost seems to feel like a hush.
Mhm.
You didn't really notice it over the days of getting used to the oasis, but going through the desert first, followed by the oasis, you go through a lot of wind and sand to still wind and sand, but a lot less of it. But this is the first time like you're getting back to like just silent.
So do you ever know when someone who lives in the city goes to the countryside and you're just like, why is this so fucking quiet?
Pretty much.
That's right now.
But you guys push through. And eventually you guys see in the distance buildings and a very, very large ship. The dimensions of said ship are about 700 feet long and about 150 feet tall.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Holy ship.
it is a rather large ship. The funniest part is it looks like it's been broken. So whatever dimensions of the ship you see is not the full ship.
Oh, so that's the Conrad and Nat ship.
And it has
Never set sail.
It never set sailed and it has crashed here. But in the distance, you also see groups of people, little tents grouped together. You see little wood shacks, very basic, like driftwood, kind of like put together, like hovels. You guys get closer and closer and closer, and once you guys start getting about like a good maybe half an hour distance from the what you now see as a Bean Cove, you start seeing travelers and people. Eventually, you guys catch up to the carts that you had seen. They're currently talking with some well-to-do looking people, which kind of stand out because everyone else that you're seeing, all the other travelers, look very haggard. Most of them look like bandits. A lot of them look like pirates. And it is a very crummy, just dirty, grimy, just atmosphere that you're walking into. The smell, it smells like old ale, rum. You hear yelling, fighting, constant bickering. You hear dogs barking on the distance as you get closer and closer. You hear people yelling. You see people fighting. You see a woman dancing. Not a very attractive woman, but the men around her just cheers and jeers of jubilation and happiness. You see drunken men walking side by side, arm over shoulder on both of them, just cheering and jaunting off in some tune. The noise grows as you get closer, and the smell, just dirty city street. Surprising when there are no streets. And you're used to Celestia in this place with its massive walls. Lateste with its modest but still fortified walls. Miss Vale with its walls. An oasis surrounded on all edges by rock and a large wall. A Bean Cove has no walls. It is completely open. It looks like there was no planning in the building of this place. It looks like someone built something, and then someone else built something, and someone else built something, and it all is surrounded on this very large ship. The entire town seems to be centered on this large ship. And you guys just, continue following along Gorthak, who's kind of taking the lead as you guys are kind of like just staring in all at, all this craziness. Eventually, he takes you guys towards a wood and stone building, still very shitty looking. And he takes you guys up to it, and he looks towards the rest of you. He's like, "Okay, well, we've arrived early, so how about we get ourselves a place for the time being, and we'll try to negotiate with the people to see if we can leave early, see if the stock and everything is ready. Sound fair?"
That sounds fair.
Sure.
Okay. More than happy to get this job done early.
And he goes inside, and he's in there for a few moments, and as you guys are waiting, Darnock kind of walks up to you, Nat. "So, did you like the trip in the desert?"
Certainly a lot easier than the first time, she says.
"Yeah, that's the fun of those deserts. You never know what you're gonna get. Like, I didn't know it was gonna give me such a beautiful sight to behold while I was in it."
Out of character. Out of character, yes. Also, you're good.
Now, I hate to be so rude, but I must admit, I've been quite cruel and rude to you. I've never asked such a dear your name.
Naturia, he says.
And he does a big bow and then brings his hand out to grab yours. As he says, "I am Darnock." Do you take his hand?
Yeah.
Okay. As he comes up from his little flourish, he kisses your hand. "Pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Likewise, she says.
And he kind of just smiles at you. And after a few moments, Gorthak returns. Okay, good news and bad news. Good news, they can be ready early. Bad news is we will need to stay here for at least 2 nights. So I got some word on. It's a shitty place, but we'll be able to throw some coin around and make sure we're safe. So I'm gonna get us some places for this evening. We'll probably have to bunk up and share, but should only be 2 days. I would say you guys are more than free to sightsee and travel, but best to just stay indoors in a bean cove, or else your coin purse might disappear.
Sounds about right.
I wonder if other people's coin purses disappear while I'm around.
Well, this way, and he
Follows.
kind of walks towards, and you guys kind of go into the city a little bit more. Eventually, you find a very large building, with a thatch and a tile roof. It looks like it may have had a tile roof all the way at some point, but something happened to half of this place's roof. It looks very makeshift and put together on the thatch side. But you guys enter, and as soon as you guys enter, what was a noisy commotion as you guys were approaching the building completely comes to a halt as Gorthnak just kind of barrels through the door. And as you guys enter, one after the other, you guys see just a whole bunch of drunken people all staring at you. Dwarves, elves, orcs, dragonborn, 2 tieflings in the corner, and they're all just mean mugging you guys as you enter. And Gorthak walks up to the bar. We're gonna need some rooms for the night. Okay. As this halfling gentleman kind of creeps up from over the bar, as you guys see him, as he kind of like pulls himself over. Welcome to the clam spot. How many rooms do you need? That's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Yay!
Yay! No D&D for 2 weeks.
We'll see. No D&D next week for sure. We'll see how
Yeah.
things go to that.
Why no D&D next week?
A lot of craziness. Moose ain't gonna be here, so we'll do something else.
Fair enough.
End the stream now?
Yep.
Yay.